talking to you guys about my experience getting a vampire facial. That's right, a vampire facial. And yes, I guess this is now your trigger warning. I did have my own blood put on my face, but I will explain the science behind it, why this treatment is effective, how it works, the process, all that kind of good stuff. So before we get into the bulk of the video, I just want to be fully transparent with you guys. I did receive this treatment complimentary in exchange for a video so I could provide a review for you guys, explain to you guys my experience and my thoughts around it. So thank you, Dr. Hsu, in your office for the treatment, and let's get into it. So what is a vampire facial? So vampire facials gained a lot of popularity when Kim Kardashian, of course Kim Kardashian, posted a picture on her social media of her face all bloodied, and so it obviously created a lot of buzz and a lot of curiosity behind the treatment. Now what I got done is along the same vein of the same treatment that Kim Kardashian got. So what I got done is microneedling with PRP, PRP standing for platelet-rich plasma. Now the microneedling that was done for this treatment obviously was done with a professional pen. Microneedling is good for your skin because essentially what it's doing is creating little micro wounds in your skin. Now these little wounds are very surface level, so they're not like super long needles that are going into your skin. They're very, very tiny little needles that create these little holes in your skin. So number one, the plasma can sink in to a deeper level on your skin, and number two, these little micro wounds obviously force your body to heal itself. Now while your body is healing itself, it's obviously creating new skin, it's rushing collagen to these areas. So because of this, microneedling is good for acne scars, acne marks, skin texture, it's good for plumping up the skin, it's good for aging skin, it's just good for a lot of different skin types. And since it is your body's natural response, it's just good for your skin in general. Now the reason that your plasma is added into this is because your plasma is also very nutrient dense. It has everything that your body creates, and also because it comes from your body, your skin's not going to have a reaction to it. So now that I've explained what microneedling with PRP is, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the vlog that I took, and from there you'll kind of see the experience as I go through it, and I'll probably also voice over some parts to explain them better if I didn't do so in the vlog at the time. So let's go ahead and jump into that. Hey guys, so I'm here at Dr. Hsu's office. I'm here with Mimi, who's going to be doing my treatment. I'm really excited. So now you're going to explain to me, kind of like do a consultation with my skin, explain to me what not to do essentially. Okay, so I'm ready. Okay, so during this part, Mimi basically just explained to me how the procedure was going to work. She explained how to take care of my skin afterwards, kind of what I'd experienced and what to expect. So she spent a lot of time with me, just making sure I was on the same page. So this is when I got my blood taken, and needles don't really bother me, and blood doesn't really bother me or anything like that, but I just decided to cut it out because, I mean, we all kind of know what happens. So after Mimi took my blood, she then put on numbing cream so my face would be nice and numb. Okay, so my face has the numbing stuff all over it. I can like feel that my face is getting numb. So they said it doesn't really hurt, but it's a little uncomfortable. We'll see how my pain tolerance is. I feel like I have a pretty good pain tolerance, but... So of course my blood was then placed in a centrifuge, and they do this to separate out the red blood cells from the plasma because the plasma is what's rich in growth factors and stem cells and platelets, so they just use the good part on your face essentially. So that's what my blood looks like. I have to admit, I was kind of like a proud mom. I was like, that's some good looking blood. I was like, I'm healthy. Yeah. So after that, she wiped the numbing cream off my face and it was go time. So because my face had the numbing cream on for about like 30 to 40 minutes, my face was pretty numb at this point, so I really didn't feel anything. Only time that I felt kind of sensitive was on my temples, and I'm assuming that's because I have the least amount of padding there. So as you can see in this video, she's just using the micro needling pen to create the little micro wounds, and then she's essentially rubbing the plasma onto my skin. So everything is pretty topical. It's not too invasive, and like I said, I didn't really feel anything. It just kind of tickled. So you're gonna see my skin get flush. My skin naturally just gets flush very easily. So she told me I'm pretty average as far as redness goes, but I feel like I get red a little bit easier than other people, but this is what half my face looks like. So it definitely looks a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit like, oh no. And then obviously she finished the rest of my face, so yeah, she spent a little extra time on my cheeks, which was nice, and this was the finished result. So I still have plasma on my skin at this point, and my face was feeling really tight. Okay, so I just finished the treatment. She just rubbed the rest of my plasma on my skin. I look really red, but she said that's normal. So my skin feels super tight. After that, Mimi placed a sheet mask on my skin to cool my skin down and kind of release some of the irritation. And this was done on top of the plasma, so I had a lot going on my skin at this point.
What?
So, yeah. This is what my face looks like. It looks a lot worse than it actually feels. Honestly, I don't really feel any pain or discomfort. I don't feel any burning or anything like that. I just feel like my skin's really tight. I will update you guys on what my skin looks like in a couple days and kind of how it feels, but I'm looking a little worse for the wear. Yeah. So I wanted to show you guys day-by-day updates of how my skin healed because I felt like a lot of people haven't showed that. So this is the complete before, and this is the second day after getting the treatment done, so the day after. Now I'm showing you guys this because I wanted to show you what I was using on my skin to keep it protected from the sun, because obviously you want to have some SPF protection. So I use this Toy Peel product, which I'll put in the description box below, and it's really helpful because it not only protected my skin, but it had a little extra coverage and kept my skin moisturized. So I love this stuff and I was really glad I had it. This is day 3, and my eyebrows look a little crazy because I got my eyebrows microbladed around the same time, which I also did a video on that, so keep your eyes out for when I upload that. Now this is day 4, and this is when I started experiencing some flakiness and some dryness, specifically on my cheeks and in between my eyebrows, which you can see here. And then on day 5, obviously my skin's a little bit less red, but I'm still experiencing dry skin. And like I said, I had some flakiness and just overall a little bit of discomfort because my skin did feel dry. Not too bad though, obviously. Now this is day 6, and this is when I would say the dryness started to really get better, and overall the redness started to go down the most, but I still had a good amount of redness in my cheeks and forehead. As you can see here, there's still a good amount of redness there. And then this is day 7 when I filmed the Etude House Wonder Fun Park collection, and in the beginning of the video I had no makeup on my skin, so you can see what my skin looked like a week after the treatment. So it looks a lot better. You probably wouldn't have noticed it if I didn't point it out, but there's definitely a little bit of redness still there, but nothing too bad. And this is what my skin looked like prior to filming this video, so this is 3 weeks after the treatment. Now my skin is obviously fully healed, and I wanted to also wait a little bit longer to make sure that I had the full results before I came on camera and talked to you guys about my experience. But I have to say, number one, I didn't go in there with major acne scarring. You guys have seen my skin without makeup, so I wouldn't say that it changed my skin, obviously with acne marks or acne scarring. I would say the biggest change that I saw with my skin is actually the plumpness. Now I'm mainly seeing it in my cheeks here, so I would say that my cheeks are where I'm seeing most of the results. Now I really like this because I feel like my skin just looks a lot healthier, and it just feels a lot more firm. Obviously I'm fairly young, so my skin is still young and I take care of my skin, so I didn't have any major issues that I wanted to correct. Mainly the purpose of me trying this treatment out was so I could go in, try the treatment out for those of you guys who are looking into it, or for those of you guys who have never heard of this, maybe it's something that you can look into yourself, and at least I was the guinea pig and could experience it for you guys. Now let's talk about what I recommended. I would definitely recommend it for those of you guys who do have acne scarring or textural issues that you guys are wanting to correct. I also wanted to add here that like any other laser or skin treatment or facial you get done, most of the time you have to do it multiple times. So this is recommended by Dr. Hsu's office to be done every 1 to 2 months. So just keep that in mind, that you will see more results and gradual results as you do it more. I've talked about this in the past when it comes to derma rolling, that I really am a huge advocate for derma rolling when it comes to acne scars or acne marks or pits, because I've seen a lot of before and afters where you can just see the difference in people's skin after they consistently roll their skin. And I can say for me, when I'm consistently derma rolling my skin, texturally, the softness of my skin, it feels much more soft. The pores on my skin look a lot smaller. My skin looks a lot more plump. I would say the difference with this one versus derma rolling at home is that my skin looks amazingly plump. So on top of that, going back to if I'd recommend it, I'd also recommend it to those of you guys who might have aging skin and plumpness is something that you're kind of vying for. So overall, it was a really cool experience. I am very glad that I got to try it and review for you guys. Let me know in the comment section down below if you would try it out as well. I will also leave in the description box Dr. Hsu's office, and so you can have the address, contact information, all that kind of good stuff. Also look into his before and afters and just look into it more yourself. As always, I hope you guys are happy and healthy and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!